ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारम् प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरननदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवर्धनः श्रीरामकृष्णाचार्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरहः पेपीयमानम् मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजम् कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकम् करोति वाचालम् पङ्गुम् लङ्घयते गिरिम् यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We have completed the third chapter, Tritiyodhyayah. With the Bhashyam, now we will have a summary of the third chapter. Quick summary of the third chapter. Tritiyaha Adhyayah, third chapter, consisting of 43 shlokas. It is named Karma Yoga. Karma Yogo Nama Tritiyodhyayah. The chapter begins with the question of Arjuna. So, the first two shlokas are the questions of Arjuna, and followed by the Bhagavan's answer. So that as an answer to the question, it goes up to the seventh shloka. So here the Arjuna, he asked the question based on what he heard from Bhagavan in the second chapter. In the second chapter, in the 39th shloka, Bhagavan made a clear distinction that Yeshate Bhigita Sankhye Buddhir Yoge tu Imam Shunu. That is up to 38th shloka of the second chapter. Sankhya been taught to you. Now you listen to Buddhir Yoge tu, you listen to yoga. Yoge tu Imam Shunu. Listen to yoga. So that's Karma Yoga. The first part of the second chapter forms Sankhya Yoga, otherwise called Jnanam Yoga. Second chapter, Karma Yoga. And therefore, here the doubt comes to Arjuna. Therefore, he asks, you are praising Jnanam. You are praising Jnanam. You presented knowledge to be greater than karma. Jayasi, superior, greater. Karmanaha, compared to karma. Jayasi, chet karmanaste. Te mata, according to you. Te mata. According to you, knowledge is greater than the karma. Karmanaha, jayasi. Karmanaha, jayasi chet. Buddhihi. That is knowledge. Knowledge, buddhihi means knowledge. Knowledge means jnanam. So jnana yoga is greater. Knowledge is greater than karma. Iti te mata, according to you. If it is according to you, then kimartam tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi. Then why are you asking me to engage in karma? If jnanam is better than karma, better in what sense? Better for what? Better for jnanam is the karanam, sakshat karanam for moksha. Karma is only paramparaya karanam. So if jnanam is the direct cause for moksha, then why are you asking me to engage in karma? Therefore, your statement seems to be confusing. Not that Bhagavan confuses, it seems to be confusing me. It means he says, I don't understand what you mean. Iti, he presents the question in the first two shlokas. As a response to this question, Bhagavan answers from the third shloka. Very important shloka, where he clearly presents the two committed lifestyle called Nishta, Jnana Nishta, and Karma Nishta. Otherwise called Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. Jnana Yogena Sankhyana, Karma Yogena Yoginam. Two lifestyles for getting the same end. That is Jnanam and therefore Moksha for getting the same end. Two lifestyles Pura Prokta Maya Iti. Bhagavan says, I taught before earlier. That is Karma Yoga, Karma Yogena Yoginam, Karma Yogena Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yoginam. Karma Yoga for Karma Yogis. Karma Yogi, you can take it as Grihasthashramis, other than Sannyasa Ashrama. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. Sankhya means sannyasis also. So Jnana Yoga for people who are sannyasis, Sankhyas, who are prepared for exclusively prepared for Jnanam, for the pursuit of Jnanam. So two Nishta, two lifestyles have been taught by me, Pura. Here Jnana Yogena Tritiya Bhakti Ittam Bhute Tritiya, or otherwise called Ittam Bhave Tritiya. In the form of Jnana Yoga, the lifestyle of sannyasis. In the form of Jnana Yoga, the lifestyle of Karma Yogis, the lifestyle of yogis in the form of Karma Yoga. So Sankhya Yoga Nishta is characterized by Jnana Yoga. Karma Yoga Nishta is characterized, Yoga Nishta is characterized by Karma Yoga. So two different lifestyles taught by me. Therefore, one can choose. Either among the one can choose. Therefore, you have choice with regard to choosing the lifestyle. Both lifestyles are meant for getting jnanam and therefore moksha. Therefore, with regard to lifestyles, you have choice. You can choose. But with regard to jnanam, with regard to moksha, there is only one means, jnanam. Therefore, there is no comparison, really speaking, between karma and jnanam. So, therefore, jayasi chet karmanaha mata buddhir jana, that question because of not understood what Bhagavan had taught. Therefore, he says very clearly, two lifestyles have been taught. You can choose as you find fit for whichever lifestyle. So, therefore, regarding lifestyle choice is there, but what about regarding moksha? There is no choice, only jnanam. So, as a preparatory for jnanam, jnana yoga, karma yoga, one should take karma yoga and therefore karma yoga lifestyle. If one is sufficiently prepared and ready for committed jnanam, shravanam, mananam, nidhyasana, then one can choose Sankhya Yoga. That is Jnana Yoga. That is that lifestyle is characterized by sannyasa. So therefore, these two lifestyles are meant for two different sets of people. They cannot be pursued by the same person. Either you can choose this or that, two lifestyle, but the goal is same. So karma yoga is the karanam for is a karanam for jnana yoga, and jnana yoga is the sakshat karanam for jnana. So therefore, karma yoga followed by shravana manana nididhyasanam followed by jnanam. This is a krama. There is no change in the order. For getting jnanam, these two lifestyles are available. One can choose. Also, this an extension, an allowance also is given. That is, a person can remain a grihastha can remain in grihastha and do whatever is supposed to be done. By he can follow karma yoga, get himself prepared for jnana yoga, and do shravana manana nididhyasanam also, and he can gain jnana nishtha also and continue to be in grihastha. There is no compulsion that he should take to sannyasa. It is his choice. Sannyasa is not mandatory for moksha. What is mandatory is that jnana yogita and jnana sadhanam, shravana manana nididhyasanam. That is what sadhanam is important. Sadhanam should be followed to see to that end is achieved. The end is important. Similarly, sannyasas, those who are taken to sannyasa, though not ready, but still that person can follow, can do karma yoga. Karma yoga means in the form of seva, loka seva, iti, certain action he can do for chitta shuddhi and continue to listen to shastram. That also a sannyasi can do. Even though sannyasi supposed to give all the karma, that is what sannyasa ashrama is. But still, the person he has released himself from many responsibilities, social and family responsibilities. At the same time, he is not completely prepared for jnana yoga. So therefore, he can do karma and follow jnana yoga also. So therefore, with regard to lifestyle, there is no problem. Either you choose karma yoga, which is in the form of which is the which is in the form of the the ashrama, grihastha ashrama, and jnana yoga, which is in the form of sannyasa. Whichever you use, in both the lifestyles, both the yoga can be followed sequentially. Karma yoga followed by jnana yoga. That krama is important. Why we emphasize that krama is karma yoga is only the preparatory means. Shastram being the pramanam, therefore, shravanam, without shravanam, without jnanam, shravanam means jnanam. Shravanena jnanam. Without jnanam, moksha is not possible. So therefore, the krama is important, not the lifestyle. So therefore, Bhagavan clarifies here. Lifestyle doesn't matter, the krama is important. Therefore, when krama is important, which is greater, how can we say? How can we say jnana yoga is greater than karma yoga? One is a means for the other. Karma yoga is a means for the end jnana yoga. Therefore, there is no comparison. One is the karanam, one is the hetu for the other. Therefore, really speaking, there is no comparison. And also, Bhagavan from the next shloka onwards, he says, he emphasizes the significance of karma. Na karmana manarambat naishkarmyam. Naishkarmyam, it is actionlessness. Actionlessness, that is sannyasa, real sannyasa is not possible without karma yoga. So actionlessness is possible only through action. Actionlessness is a state which is characterized by the state of the mind, the mind which is free from raga dvesha. So it is a state, actionlessness. Actionlessness also, it is a state of jnanam. The jnanam is possible only when the person is sufficiently prepared for jnana yoga, for which the karma yoga is a means. So actionlessness, completely actionlessness, that is akartrutvam. It is jnanam ityartha, naishkarmya siddhihi. So actionlessness is not possible without karma. So na karmana manarambha, without taking to karma yoga, naishkarmyam, that is the goal, the jnanam, purushaha na ashnute, na cha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhigacchati, not by sannyasa, siddhim, that is siddhi, the jnanam, the moksha, samana samadhigacchati, moksha cannot be gained. Kevala sannyasa, sanyasanad means here just by mere sannyasa, kevala sannyasa. Kevala sannyasa means karma is given up. Karma is given up without preparation for sannyasa. That is, karma is given up. Karma has not given its end. Chitta Shuddhi. Without Chitta Shuddhi. And without Chitta Shuddhi, the person has just given up karma, taken to sannyasa. Just by taking sannyasa, person cannot gain moksha. Karma not there, which is a means for Chitta Shuddhi. Therefore, jnanam also is not possible. Therefore, without karma yoga, without karma yoga, just by kevala sannyasa, also jnanam and therefore moksha na samadhigacchati. Therefore, karma is important. Karma yoga is as much important as jnana yoga for jnanam. There is a krama. With regard to krama, there is no choice. In both the ashrama, the same karma have to be followed. And the person with the chitta shuddhi, if he takes to sannyasa, that is called vividisha sannyasa. He takes to sannyasa for jnanam, having gained chitta shuddhi through karma yoga, by following the karma which are prescribed for the grasta. So being in the grasta ashrama, he had done karma, obtained chitta shuddhi. Now he takes to sannyasa. That sannyasa is called vividisha sannyasa. That is for jnanam. And there is other person who has jnanam and he takes to sannyasa. That's called vidvat sannyasa. So, therefore, vividisha sannyasa, vidvat sannyasa. That sannyasa, not what we talk about here. That's a sanyasanat, iti sanyasanat panchami. And there is a comparison. Panchami is used. Sanyasanat. Dacha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhigacchati. Kevala sannyasa here. Here, just by sannyasa, that just by giving up karma, siddhigina samadhigacchati. If the person is not prepared for sannyasa and takes to sannyasa, then the person will not gain the end. Iti. Why? Because nagikakshanamapi jatu tashtati karma krita. You cannot, nobody can remain without karma even for a moment. Is guna, prakriti jair gunaha, the guna which is born of the prakriti, which will propel him to do karma. Therefore, such a person, if he takes a sannyasa, then that person will be a mithyachara. He will be a mityacharaha, he will be a hypocrite. Karmendriyani sanyamya ya aste manasa smaran. He has withdrawn the karmendriya, but all the indriyas are active in indriya vishaya. Only external organs he has withdrawn, but he had no internal control. He enjoys the sense objects within. Such a person is called mithyacharaha, is a hypocrite. So, if a person takes to sannyasa just by giving up karma, takes to sannyasa, he will become a mithyachara without necessary preparation. The person takes to sannyasa without karma yoga. If he takes to sannyasa, then he will be a Mityacharaha. Therefore, Karma Yoga has an important role for sannyasa. And sannyasa is not a must. If Karma Yoga had given Chitta Shuddhi, then whichever ashrama, that doesn't matter. But ultimately, Jnanam is what gives moksha. Therefore, one can follow Jnanam and get moksha. That is the idea. And Bhagavan here, seventh shloka, he makes a distinction. Yastvindriyani manasa niyamyara bhaterjuna karmendriyagi karma yogam asaktaha saha vishishyate. That person vishishyate, he excels. Which person? Karmendriyani sanyamya. Karmendriyani sanyamya, managing, controlling the karmendriyas, the organs of action. Karmendriyani sanyamya. Sorry, Yastvindriyani manasa. Yaha tu indriyani manasa. Controlling the indriya by the mind, the one who remains unattached, the one who takes to karma yoga, is better than the mityachara sannyasi. Better than it. Karma yogi is better than kevala sannyasi. Kevala sannyasi. Kevala sannyasi means who has just given up karma and taken to sannyasa without preparation. That person, kevala sannyasi, and sannyasa is kevala sannyasa. So compared to kevala sannyasa, karma yoga is better. So therefore, is comparison here. Compared to kevala sannyasa, karma yoga is better. Therefore, there is no comparison with Vidvak sannyasa or Vividesha sannyasa. They are not pulled down. Compared to unpreparedness, preparation is better. Unprepared taking to sannyasa and being a mityachara, you continue to be in Grastashma, prepare yourself by karma yoga, be a karma yogi, that is better. Karma yogaha, karma yogam asaktaha saha karma yogi saha vishishyate iti. So therefore, really speaking, Bhagavan, he did not compare and say which one is better iti. It all depends on where the person fits in. Then the next shloka, the karma yoga from 8th shloka onwards. The second chapter, yoga was defined. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam samatvam yoga uchyate iti. And the sixth chapter also definition is there. Dukkha sanyoga viyogam. It's called yoga. Now this karma yoga, which had been defined in the second chapter, now it is elaborated. Bhagavan Krishna himself gives a commentary to what he had said in the second chapter. Samatvam yoga uchyate yoga karmasu kaushalam. That karma yoga is presented elaborately from the 8th shloka onwards. So here, that karma which is niyatam karma, which is to be done karma, shastra vigitam karma, nitya naimittikadi karma, that must be done. Niyatam kuru, niyatam karma kurutvam. Why? Because doing is better than not doing. Action is better than inaction, because inaction will not give any result. The inaction, by not doing and taking to sannyasa, you will not get the result. Therefore, doing karma, you get chitta shuddhi, and thereby you grow. Therefore, karma is jayaha akarmanaha. Akarmanaha not mean here no actionlessness. It is not just by not doing and taking to sannyasa. Compared to that, karma is better. Do karma yoga, prepare yourself. Why? Even for the maintenance of the shariram, karma yoga is important. Shariram, otherwise shariram cannot be maintained. Therefore, karma kuru, niyatam karma kuru, and do the karma with the attitude of yajnartam. Yajnartat karmanon yatra. Lokoyam karma bandhanaha. The loka, the person is bound by karma when it is not performed as an yajna. It's an yajna. Yajna means it's an offering to the Lord. But it's a puja. Ishvara pujanam. Karma yoga is Ishvara pujanam. So, therefore, if the person doesn't take to karma yoga and do it as a Ishvara pujanam, then that person will be bound, is bound by, is bound by the karma. Therefore, karma should be looked upon as an yajna, as a Ishvara puja, and should be done. Tadartam karma kaunteya, you do karma for that purpose. That is yajnartam. Tadartam is yajnartam. So you do karma as an puja, as an offering to the Lord. Mukta sangha samachara, being free from sangha attachment, you samyak achara, karma samyak achara. By doing that, what you get? By doing that, by doing karma yoga, by doing karma in keeping with one varna, ashrama, and the situation, the, the stage of one's life, then that karma will give you both growth, material as well as spiritual growth. Material growth also depends on karma. Without karma, you cannot gain anything in the material world. And the spiritual growth also not possible without karma, because karma alone gives chitta shuddhi. Therefore, karma is through the lifestyle of karma yoga, and therefore karma is ishtakamaduku. Through the lifestyle of karma yoga, you can gain what is desired by you. Therefore, it is ishtakamaduku. It is ishtakamaduku. Kamaduk. It is the wish fulfiller. Karma yoga becomes your wish fulfiller. Whatever you want to gain, whether it is material progress or spiritual, karma yoga is a means for that, because it is ishtaka maduk. It gives you what you want. It is your wish fulfiller. Therefore, you do karma. And further, in the other subsequent shlokas, Bhagavan says that karma yoga should be performed as a arpana, as an offering to the Lord. As an offering to the Lord. It is your expression of gratitude to the Lord. Because Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantuha parasparam bhavayantaha shreyah param avapsyata ishtan bhogan yivo devaha dasyante yajna bhavitaha taidattana pradayebhyaha yo bhunkte stena yavasaha. So whatever you have, whatever you enjoy, it is all given by Bhagavan. Therefore, as an expression of gratitude, you give back. You be a contributor. Being a contributor, contributing is the expression of your gratitude to Bhagavan. That is the attitude, the readiness to contribute, the contribution. Without being a contributor, you cannot just consume. You cannot be a consumer. If you are just a consumer, you will be consumed. And it is a papam also. That is why Stenaha, he says, Taihi dattan apradayebhyaha yaha bhunkte, the one who enjoys without offering to the Lord. That person is a stenaha, is a thief. So since there is a cycle, the cycle is going to be talked about in the next shloka. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhavah yajnat bhavati parjanyah yajna karma samudbhavah karma brahmodbhavam iti. The cycle is talked about. So for the perpetuation of this cycle, as long as the cycle continue, the people will live happily. So this is the order. So as a contributor to the order, you offer to Bhagavan by doing what is to be done. So the attitude and contribution important. Attitude and the contribution. Therefore, that is karma yoga. Therefore, karma yoga becomes a means for chitta shuddhi. Karma yoga becomes a mean for chitta shuddhi. You be a contributor. So therefore, this cycle, evam pravartitam chakram, this is a chakra. There is a cycle of harmony. That's an order, Ishvara order. So you be a contributor to maintain this cycle, to maintain the order. If you withdraw from being contributing, you will be creating a disturbance, disharmony. Not that cycle will get disturbed, cycle will adjust itself. In the process, you will be deprived of, you will be disturbed. Therefore, you be a contributor for your growth as well as for the maintenance of the order of the creation. So, therefore, seeing the order as Bhagavan and contributing for that is one's duty, and that is Karma Yoga, by which you gain Chitta Shuddhi. You purify yourself. Sarvakil Bishaihi. You become Shuddha. You become pure. You become relatively free from the shackles of Raga Dvesha, because that alone makes you restless. That alone prevents you from gaining the Chitta Shuddhi, getting that tranquility, that calmness which is required for Jnanam. Therefore, since Karma Yoga gives that, therefore, Karma Yoga is Ishvararpana Buddhi. Karma Yoga Buddhi is the Buddhi. Bhagavan uses the word Buddhi. Karma Yoga means Ishvararpana Buddhi. And whatever comes as a result, that you accept gracefully, it is a prasada, therefore prasada buddhi. So, therefore, Karma Yoga is Ishvararpana Buddhi plus prasada buddhi. Since action is involved, since contribution is involved, you contribute to the order, you contribute to the cycle, to maintain the harmony, to maintain the order. The order is all pervasive. The order of the family, the order of the society, the order of the nation, the order of the Jagat, the order of the environment, the ambience, everything functions, everything is interdependent. One thing depends on the other, therefore it is all interconnected. And you also one link among this connection. Therefore, you have to contribute. You have to contribute, and that contributing, looking upon the Lord as the order and contributing, and that buddhi is Karma Yoga, Ishvararpana Buddhi. So when you contribute, you also consume. It means you're also contributed. So when you contribute, you can become a consumer. Without being a contributor, you cannot be a consumer. So therefore, Karma Yoga. Contribute more, consume less. That is the attitude of a Karma Yogi. Nobody can remain just a consumer without contributing. Similarly, nobody can just be a contributor without consuming. So everybody is a contributor and consumer. But which is more? That matters. For Karma Yogi, contribution is more than consumption. That's why he's a Karma Yogi. That's why he's a spiritual person. That's why he's an Adhikari. He becomes an Adhikari over a period of time by gaining Chitta Shuddhi. So that is the idea that is talked about. Now, by following this Karma Yoga, where it will lead the person, that will lead the person for Jnana Yogyata, that will lead the person for Jnana Yogyata, and how a Jnana Yogi will be. That is told in the 17th shloka. Yasvat Maratireva Syat Atmatriptascha Manavaha Atmanyeva Sacha Santushtaha Tasya Karyam Na Vidyate. Tasya Karyam Kartavyam Karma Na Vidyate. By doing, he becomes free from doing. He becomes free from karma. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Tasya kartavyam karma na vidyate. In the beginning, karma is emphasized. Now, that person who has gained Chitta Shuddhi and Jnanam, and he revels in Atma, Atma Triptascha Manavaha, Atmanyeva Santushtaha, he revels in Atma, he is at home. For him, there is nothing to be done. He has complete freedom with regard to karma. He need not do. He need not do, because Karma Yoga has given the result. That is the result of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, and therefore Jnana Yoga, Jnanam has given moksha. Till then, one has to do karma. Till then, one has to do the karma. So till one gains Jnanam, one becomes free from Kartrutva Buddhi. Kartrutva Buddhi is, that is Jnanam. Akartrutva Buddhi is Jnanam. Kartrutva Buddhi is samsara. Till one becomes free from samsara, till one is Atmaratihi, Atmanyeva Santushtaha, one has to do karma. Atmanyeva Santushtaha, Tasya Karyam Avidyate. Therefore, for such a person, there is nothing to be done. When one has gained Jnanam, Naiva Tasya Kritenartaha, Na Kritenera Kaschana, Nachasya Sarvabhuteshu, Kaschit Artha Vyapashayaha. For such a person, for what kind of person? Such a person who revels in himself, who revels in his Swarupa. There is nothing for him to be done or not doing. If at all, if he continues stays in the Grastha like Janaka, etc., he will continue to contribute. That is said in the 20th shloka. Loka sangrahamevapi karmaneva sansiddhyam astitaha janakadayah. Loka sangrahamevapi sampashyam kartum argasi. So here, Janaka is an example for a Grihastha Jnani. Janaka, the king, a Jnani as well as a Jnani, but he did not take to sannyasa. He continued to rule the kingdom being a Jnani. So therefore, Jnanam is what is important. Jnanam is what important that any of the lifestyle can give. And after Jnanam, one can choose. One can choose either to be a Grihastha, continue to be a Grihastha, or one can take to sannyasa. Janaka could have taken to sannyasa. That's called Vidvat sannyasa, but he did not take. He continues to be the king, rule the kingdom. At the same time, is Jnani. But what happened to him by remaining in the ashrama, Grihastha ashrama? What happened to his Jnanam? His Jnanam remains untouched by karma. Though he got Jnanam, though he need not do any karma for Chitta Shuddhi, because he has Jnanam, he has gained moksha, but he continued to do karma. Why? Loka Sangraham. For Loka Sangraha is for the welfare of the people. The welfare of the people is either by contributing to the people, that is one thing. And here, being a Jnani, he becomes the guiding factor. He becomes the role model for the people, so that people do karma, follow him, emulate him. If he doesn't do karma, then people will also follow him and they will refrain from doing karma, and thereby they will lose both spiritual as well as material progress. They will become lazy. So therefore, to set an example for the loka, even though he himself doesn't have anything to gain from karma, because karma has yielded its result, but still he does karma, being in the Grihastha ashrama, in keeping with the varna and ashrama, he continued to do karma. Iti, Bhagavan showed the example of Janaka, and he says, why the Janaka and others? Later he says, you see, I myself do karma. Bhagavan says, I myself do karma, even though I don't have anything to gain. Name partasti kartavyam trishulokeshu kinchana. Even though I don't have anything to gain from the three worlds, but still I do. Na anavaptam avaptavyam. I don't have anything which is yet to be gained. I have gained that, gaining which everything is gained. That is, therefore, I don't lack anything. I have gained, there is nothing I have to gain. So, but still I do karma. And Janaka also. Why? Because yadyada charati sreshtaha tattadeve taro janaha itaraha janaha. Whatever Shrestha Purusha they do, whatever the wise person do, that alone the people follow. That becomes a model for the people. Sayat pramanam kurute lokaha tadanavartate. Loka follows him. Therefore, whatever a wise person does, that the loka follow. Therefore, he should set a model for the people to follow. Therefore, only I also do karma, even though I don't have anything to gain, but still I do karma. Therefore, he says, suppose if I don't do karma, what will happen? Yadi yaham navarteyam, jata karmanyatandritaha, mama vartmana vartante, manushya pata sarvasha, utside virime lokaha, nakuryam karma chedakam, sankarasya chakartasyam, upahanyam ema prajaha. He says, if I don't do karma, then people will follow me. If I don't do karma tirelessly, yadi akam navarteyam, karmani atandritaha, tirelessly, mama vartma, people follow my path. By following my path, then I will become the destroyer of these people, setting a wrong model, setting a wrong example, and I will be the cause of creating confusion in the society. So therefore, he says, as the attached people do karma, as people who are attached to karma do karma, similarly, the wise man also should do karma. Kuryad vidwan tatasaktaha chikirshu lokasangrartam, karma should be done. And therefore, na buddhi vedam janayet ajnanam karma sanginam. Don't create a split in the mind of the understanding of the people, karma sanginam. So therefore, in fact, what you have to do is you have to joshayet sarva karmani. You have to inspire them. You have to encourage them, encourage the people to do karma so that they get material growth and maybe over a period of time, spiritual growth also. Iti. Then further, he says, Prakrite kriyamanani, vanai karmani sarvashaha, agankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. By doing, wise person doing karma, wise person knows, agam akarta bhokta. Only the deluded, the ajnanis only thinks, agam karta, agam bhokta. So karmas are performed by the gunas of the Prakriti. Atma doesn't do karma. The deluded takes oneself to be the karta and bhokta, therefore samsari, therefore suffer. Whereas the jnani, tattvavittu, he knows, who understand clearly the distinction of guna karma, vibhaga. He knows gunaha guneshu vartante, itimatva na sajjate. He remains unattached, knowing very well the gunas, they engage in guneshu, indriyani, indriyarteshu. As in the fifth chapter we saw, Pashin Shunman, Spashan Jigran, Ashnan Gachan Sapan Shwasan, Indriyani Indriyateshu, Vartate. I am not doing anything. That is the attitude. That is the jnanam of the jnani. So finally, in the 30th shloka, summarizing the Karma Yoga, very important shloka, where Bhagavan Krishna says, Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasya vigata jvaraha. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya. That is offering all the karma unto me. That is Ishvara Arpanam, that buddhi, the attitude. Sanyasya, giving up, giving to offering all the karma. With the mind, adhyatma chetasa, chetas, the mind. With the mind, having the discriminative mind, vyavasayatmika buddhi, being nirashihi and nirmamaha bhutva, free from the pressure for the results. That's vigata jvaraha. He has got samatta buddhi. So karma kuru. So the 5 points are mentioned. This is what karma yoga is. What a karma yoga is summarized in this shloka, 30th shloka. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya, number 1. Adhyatma chetasa. You should have adhyatma chetas, the buddhi, the mind, which is adhyatma chetas, discriminating mind. That is, you should know what is dharma, what is adharma, should be well informed about what is to be done and should be done. Then nirashihi, free from asha. Nirashihi, free from hope. Hope means free from the asha, the expectation that makes you work for a thing. He is free. His attitude, his buddhi, his commitment is only following the order, doing the karma which is in keeping with the order. So he doesn't have any personal agenda. His agenda, if at all, if it is only jnanam and moksha. Therefore, nirashihi. So nirashihi gives the space for him to do karma. And nirmamaha, there is no mindness, mamakaraha. And vigata jvaraha. Vigata jvaraha. The jvara is fever. What is fever? That is, there is no pressure for the result. Result comes. That is prasada. Yes, prasada buddhi, vigata jvaraha. So this is what karma yoga means. So with this attitude, yudhyasva, may you fight. May you fight means yudhyasva karma kuru ityartaha. So that is summarizing here what karma yoga is. And further he says, ye me matam idam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavantaha na suyantaha te muchyante sarva karma bihi. Those who follow this this teaching, those who follow this my matam, my opinion, my view, they will be free from karma. By doing karma, they will become free from karma. What will happen to those who don't follow? Yetu yetveta dabhyasuyantaha na anutishtanti me matam. Sarvagyan vimudan stan vidhi nashtan acetasaha. They will be lost, not gaining the end, not achieving the purpose of this Manushya Janma, that is moksha. They will be lost. Neither not doing either material growth, neither spiritual growth. So not following my injunctions, not following my advice, my instruction, they will be lost. They will be lost both material as well as spiritual growth. So therefore karma kuru. Therefore, yes, it says to follow my instructions, my order. And prakritim yanti bhutani, it's another important shloka. Sadrisham cheshtate swasyaha prakriter jnanavanapi. Here important discussion starts here. Sadrisham cheshtate swasyaha prakriter jnanavanapi prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. So, having talked about karma yoga elaborately and the benefit of following karma yoga, here the next topic here is the pratibandha which may come in following my injunction, following my order. What is a pratibandha? The pratibandha is everyone has got a huge bundle of samskara which have been gathered in the previous so many janmas as well as in this janma. So that's because of some samskara, whatever samskara also gained by repetition, repeated karma. Repeated karma creates a vasana, a samskara. And based on the samskara, the desires arise. So you don't have choice. You don't have choice in allowing what desire to come. Desire is there. Desire is there. Why desire is there, you cannot ask. And desire is not common. Desires vary. Duryodhana had different desire, and Yudhishthira had got different desire. The samskaras are different, and Duryodhana has his background, and Yudhishthira and Pandavas, they have their own background. So background being different, and therefore the desires are different. One is dharmika desire, other one is adharmika desire, but desire is there. So therefore there is no control over the desires, but there is a choice in putting them into practice, allowing the desire to manifest. That with regard to karma, there is a choice, whereas with regard to kama, there is no choice. Even jnani api, jnanavan api, all the jnanis are not same. Jnanis also act in keeping with their prakriti. Doesn't mean the jnani are dictated by the prakriti. Because of jnanam, therefore that prakriti is not a bad prakriti, it's a good prakriti. But all jnanis are not same. Some may just keep quiet in one place, not move around. Some jnanis may move around. They do Bharata Parikrama. So among the jnanis also, there are differences. Sometimes the jnani behave like a mad person. Sometimes behave like a child. So Therefore, that is all based on the prakriti of the jnani. So with regard to jnani itself, it is being so. Then what to talk about with regard to the bhutas, with regard to the people? Therefore, nigraha kim karishyati. Nigraha, what can nigraha can do? What can restraint can do? Indriyasya indriyasyarte ragadvesho vivastitau tayornavasham agachet tau hi asya paripantinau. So what can nigraha can do? Asking that, then Bhagavan Krishna says, it is not that nigraha cannot do anything. You don't submit yourself to indriya vishaya, because indriyasya indriyasyarte ragadvesho vyavastitau. The raga and dvesha, there are with regard to sense objects are there. Therefore, don't come under the spell of that. Raga is enemy, dvesha is also enemy. Therefore, you have mastery over raga dvesha. That is the idea. If they are so intense, it will take time. If they are not intense, let the buddhi rule over them. So see to that raga dvesha are not converted into karma. How it can be done? By use your buddhi, viveka. Therefore, don't come under the spell of ragadvesha. Coming under the spell of ragadvesha, if you give up karma and take to, if you give up karma, that is not proper. And taking to paradharma, that is also equally not proper. So, my karma, my duty is difficult. Therefore, I take up somebody else's duty. Grihastha is difficult because karma is involved. Therefore, in sannyasa, there is no karma involved. Therefore, better to take sannyasa, paradharma, that is bhaya, vagaha, that is dangerous. So, therefore, better swadharme nidaram shreyaha. Even by doing swadharma, one's own karma, in keeping with one swarna ashtama, even if one has to die, that is better than taking to paradharma. At least that will give growth. Taking to paradharma, that will not give any growth. It will become a big obstacle. Therefore, giving up one's dharma is an obstacle, and taking to paradharma is also obstacle. So even though you are dictated by a prakriti, that is ragadvesha, have some say over that, using your viveka buddhi and commit yourself to swadharma. Don't take to paradharma. Why paradharma? Because here Arjuna, you wanted to take sannyasa ashrama. Giving up is grihastha. Therefore, paradharmaha, if you are not prepared, sannyasa is dangerous. Paradharmaha bhaya vagaha bhayam avagati iti. And here the Arjuna intervenes and asks one question. Atakena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha anichannapi vashneya bhaladiva niyojitaha. By what? Propelled by what? People, they are helplessly engaged in action. Propelled by what? For that, the answer is kama yeshaha krodha yesha. It is kama. It is krodha. Krodha and kama, there is no difference. Kama is another form of, krodha is another form of kama. Therefore, they are born of rajoguna, and they are magashana, great voracious eater, and they are mahapapma. Therefore, that is your enemy. Know that kama is your enemy. So it is a great doer of papam. It makes you commit papam, kama. Violating dharma makes you commit papam. Therefore, note that here papma, when we say mahashana mahapapa, the kama which is viruddha to dharma. Dharma viruddha kamaha agamasmi. Iti Bhagavan Krishna says, that kama we are not talking about. Non-binding desires, not what we are talking about. We are talking about binding desires. Like Duryodhana, he had janami dharmam nachame pravrittihi, janami adharmam nachame nivrittihi. He is caught. He is caught knowing that what he is doing is adharma, but he could not withdraw himself from doing. He could not restrain himself from doing. Caught. So that is what we are talking about here. And therefore, kama is what makes you, kama is the enemy. Vairinam iti viddhi. And this kama, that different types are there based on how the strength of the kama. Dhumena avriyate vannihi, Yatadarsho malenacha yatolbena vrto garbha tata tene dhamavritam. This kama that covers your viveka buddhi, and the kama, if it is dhumena avriyate vannihi, like the smoke covering the fire. That is one example. Similarly, mala, the dirt covering the mirror, and ulbena garbaha avrtaha. Garba is covered by the ulba. Yatha yatolbena vrto garbaha. Garbaha, which is covered, that is, the fetus is covered by the womb. Similarly, the kama is covered, the buddhi is covered by the kama, jnanam is covered by this kama. And gradation, there are the types of kama, the strength of kama is given. If it is like the duma covering the vanni, if kama is like that, then it can be easily removed just by blowing off, it can be removed. And if it is like a mala on the dirt on the mirror, then it has to be wiped out with a wet cloth. That involves action. You need to take a cloth and you have to wet it, and then you have to wipe it. Karma is involved. Therefore, you have to put effort. So in the first drishtanta, with a little effort, you can overcome karma. The second drishtanta, you need to put a little more effort. Third drishtanta, yathol bena vrto garbaha, there you have to wait out. You cannot immediately have mastery over karma, but keeping the goal in mind, slowly it has to be won over. It has to be won over. That is, there is no choice with regard to that. If you want spiritual progress, that has to be, though that karma to be enemy, and that has to be won over. Therefore, tena idam jnanam avrutam. And avrutam jnana metena jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena nalaina cha indriyani manobuddhi asya adhishtanam. Uchyate, the indriyani manaha buddhi. This is the adhishtanam of kama. Therefore, being seated, having is the adhishtanam in indriya, manaha, and buddhi, it mohayati, vimohayati, teginam, that it deludes a person. Therefore, may you understand this kama to be a mahapapma, and therefore prajahi, papmanam prajahi, yenam jnana vigyan nashanam, which is a destroyer of jnanam, knowledge as well as wisdom. Therefore, may you destroy, may you have mastery over this, may you conquer this. Because we say vairinam, therefore destroy. May you completely destroy, completely remove, give up. May you completely give up. Strong kamas cannot be given up. If kamas are, not all the kama, not all the kama, the desires can be fulfilled. Certain desires can be fulfilled. Like wanting to eat a particular dish. It's not a big desire that can be fulfilled. But certain desires cannot be fulfilled in keeping with one varna, ashrama, the stage in life. That has to be, that one has to think about that, think about the consequences of fulfilling that, apply your buddhi and give up. Apply that. If it is not legitimate, apply your buddhi, think about that, and you have to withdraw from executing that. And if it is so strong, it is etol bena vrto garbaha, then it's all depends on time. So one has to wait out. One cannot remove it. Sometimes removal, forceful removal also result in problem. Therefore, handle the kama intelligently. Iti. Then there is a gradation given that indriyani paranyagagu. Indriyanis are greater compared to indriyani. Manaha is greater compared to manaha. Buddhi is, and compared to buddhi, all these are adhishtanam of the kama, but this kama itself is alive. The kama itself has existence, because of which, what is that? It is saha, it is drashta, that is atma. Atma, because of saha, buddhehe paratah tu saha. Saha is this Chaitanyam Atma, which is the greatest among all. So therefore, with that jnanam, Atma jnanam, since Atma is greater than Buddhi, Buddhi is greater than mind, and mind is greater than the sense organs. Therefore, gain this jnanam, gain Atma jnanam, gaining this Atma jnanam, only this karma can be completely uprooted. There is no other complete uprooting of karma. Complete removal, complete termination, complete uprooting of karma is possible only by jnanam. Rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. In the second chapter, Bhagavan had said, even the rasa, the taste for the Indriya Vishya, what is left over after jnanam, after this shravanam, mananam, that will go away only when param drishtva, only when there is complete jnanam, that is obstacle-free jnanam. So only by jnanam, this karma can be won over. All the other means, all the other methods of won over they are temporary means. They are the means which will keep you away from karma for certain period. But karma has got such a force, it will bounce back. That can be completely won over only by jnanam. Therefore, since Atma, buddhehe parataha Atma, and this karma, since it has got its adhishtanam in Indriyani, Manaha, Buddhihi, and compared to Buddhi, Atma is the greatest. There is nothing greater than Atma. Only by Atma Jnanam only this karma can be won over. Therefore, evam buddhe param buddha samstabhya atmana jagishatru mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. So, keeping the mind steady in Atma, may you won over this karma, which is durasadam, difficult to comprehend this karma, its nature, from where it has come into being. All these are inscrutable. It is there, that much we know. Therefore, since it causes obstacle, since it is an hindrance, therefore, since it takes away the person from the goal, therefore, it has to be won over. And that complete won over is possible only by jnanam. Iti, this chapter is concluded. So with this, the chapter is concluded. So we'll stop here. Next class, fourth chapter, we will take Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद किशोरन जी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.